Greetings guys, this is Blades. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend. Yeah, a lot of you guys were asking for the fit for this tank I was rocking whilst running these DD sites. We're going to be doing a bit more DD sites in this video, as well as like a bit of PvP. The fit isn't too optimal. I'm using two adaptive invuln fields. Really against angels, we should really be rocking an explosive and kinetic resistance, I believe, is the best ones for angels. But I'm lazy and put two adaptives. So you don't really need as much tank as you'd need if you're using like specific resists against the angels. Again, like I mentioned, I'm just lazy. So you wouldn't really need that crystal pod if you probably went with an explosive and kinetic resistance. But yeah, the fit, those abyssal ballistic controls are just T2 rolled ones, which is really cheap to do, and you get a lot of benefit from doing so. You'll see that cold we're doing 960 DPS. We are using two 5% implants just for more DPS, trying to get these sites done a little quicker. Yeah, that's pretty much the fit. Nothing too crazy, relatively cheap, a bit expensive, you know, about a bill. But yeah, easy enough to fit and buy and stuff. So yeah, next little clips are basically the loot I got from these 10 sites. That was the first site I ran on the date, and I was very pleased. Unfortunately, we'll see if our luck continues or goes down. Yeah, it goes down, unfortunately. I don't get into too many good drops in this run of DD sites as much as I'd like to. Get more of those adaptives, to get some signable BPCs, which are nice. Good sellers. Everyone's keen for the signables. But that's not a very good drop there, 6 to 8 mil. Basically the Overseer's personal effects. Just the Overseer's personal effects. Oh. Which is, I guarantee the thing is 42 mil. Don't sell that to like Jita or whatever. There's Concord NPC stations that will buy them from you at a set price. And no matter what, I think there's one in Toady Flown. There's a bunch of them everywhere, but I usually sell them the one in Toady. So yeah, nothing too crazy drops from these, except that first drop, which is like, excellent, I'm gonna get a wonderful day today, get a bunch of adaptives, and now it's all downhill from there. So yeah, some nice loot. Totally lost track of how much I made, but enough to cover PvP losses. And then keen for a bit of solo PvP and go out and about, first in Kestrel. So I'll start Orbit with a Tormentor 500. If it's pulses, I'm usually going to get underneath those. Or if it's beams, I'm going to get underneath those. But I see these Gatlings, and dude, we make a mistake. I would have probably won this if I just chilled at 500 and continued orbiting. But I could have sworn pulses, Gatling pulses, even with Scorch, didn't reach out to 8.5k because I can remember them having pitiful range. But it turns out they can actually hit up to 10k still with Gatling pulses. So we learned something new. Yeah, I was trying to play it smart and actually hurt myself. I've also got a cap penalty in my exile, and that's really hurting too. Still a really close fight, but I really hurt myself pulling a range there. Light missile Corax. I was really banking on this Coercer being pulses, because even with Scorch, a pulse Coercer can only have, I believe, it's either 19 or 21. If I chill at like 23, very huge range, we should be able to keep out of that. If this was a beam Coercer, we'd be in for a Wilder Heart, and I'd probably need to disengage or just die before I was able to warp off. So it's a bit of a gamble fighting a Coercer in this Corax. So anything I can project out to you, you're going to die really quickly, man. This fit, it does have 6k HP, but that is not a lot for Destroyer. I always feel like a dick catching people out like this, but this is the best way to really get content in a kiting ship. I'm sorry, Ventigore. I know, I done this to Mr. Onage the other day as well. It does always feel bad, especially when I know the people. But it doesn't stop me from doing so, so I don't know. I'm a dick. So yeah, he's very close to getting to me. Had he maybe just beeline for me at the start and got a web on me, he probably could have killed us. Maybe? It would have been hard, but yeah, this, anything, like I mentioned, anything I can project out to you, I was curious to see how this would go. I also noticed he has a long point here to Sugar, I'm like, oh, he's kitey fit, hopefully he doesn't have too much tank. I know somebody can freeze tank, but he's repping quite well, and I'm like, uh-oh. So yeah, his hobgoblins are doing quite some serious work here. I don't know if he has any missiles, or, oh yeah, he's using 200s, okay. I scammer around looking for a line out, try and get myself escaped. And I could have warped off there because he burnt his long point near the end, but I just made the mistake and just die. So GF to those pilots, that was a good little bit of banner. And then crack out the old Hookbill. Feels good to be flying again, man. Hookbill is probably my favourite ship in Eve. this isn't this is a cheap hook build, not as crazy as what we usually go with a hook build. We're not going too try hard. We're still a little bit try hard. The hook build's probably the try hardiest faction frigates, I'd say. They're a bit hard to engage for certain things. I just love the hook build, man. The style, the missiles, it's got it all, man. Just that was a real comment. Once I noticed I was going to orbit 500. Had they had a newt in that fit, which some real comments do, that could be a bit rougher as actually could have potentially nuted us out and then turned up our small armor ripper. So this is a blaster comment. I'm orbiting 7.5k here, keeping him out void and meta range, forcing him to switch to null. And now we're playing fine, got plenty of tank. I can pull that orb out further if I feel like I'm taking too much damage, but we'll take that. Now I noticed immediately a long point web. Once you see that in the Algos, it's usually going to be a weird 10-min fit. And since he was using 75mm rails, we want to orbit close, right? Try and get underneath them somewhat. The thing being though, if the 75mm are actually got really good tracking on an Algos, I think it's like 300 tracking or something. Could be totally wrong, but that's what I remember. We do kill that Algos, but that can be quite a spicy one, especially if we were warping into that Algos. This is Succubus. And unfortunately for him, a hook build can be a very rough one for Succubus, especially if you're snaked. The hook build is snaked or using some form of speed modification, which I am. I'm not using snakes at the moment or Genos, but I am using Azores for that 5% extra speed. I'm able to keep up with him super easy. I switched to Kildari Navy Inferno missiles, just thinking that Rage might be able to mitigate some damage just because he's AB bonus, and Inferno's most succubuses are shield tanked. So GF there, Waffle. So yeah, that's all the footage I got for you guys. Nice little bit of PvP, nice little bit of esque making. Dude, how much did I make? This, the total there you're seeing with the loots from the last video as well, which I think we had, what was it, 1 bill worth of loot, and I think 4 signables? So what's that, 2 signables, we'll sell them for 120 each, that's 240, about 1.1 bill, then you put in the, whatchamacallit, the liquid ISK. My math is probably totally off there. I'm not particularly the greatest at math. And maybe some more of you more intelligent folk can put that down in the description. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, boys. I'll try and get you a video up Monday or Tuesday. Depending on that, I'll get one up today, so we're working. And then Sunday maybe, depending on how much content we get. Maybe do some null sec things. We haven't been doing that in a while. Take a little break from PvE. Maybe get into level 5s again. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop mumbling and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, boys.